to get you to chairman in 90 days. First thing I want to touch on is the 2 and 3 elements, because when you're talking to people and you're bringing people into the business, you're always going to get people who turn around and say, oh, I don't know, it's £175 a month, $175 a month. I really, really don't understand it, because we're sending signals that will earn them hundreds or maybe even thousands of pounds a week. People still complain about $175 a month. However, we've got an answer for it, and that is find us 2 customers, and once you've found 2 customers, your subscription's free. If that doesn't get people excited, I really don't know what will. But here's what you need to know. Find 2 customers and your subscription's paid. But if 1 customer leaves or upgrades to an IBO, you need to replace them. They must have 2 customers, not 2 people. Yeah. So if 1 becomes an IBO, then they've got to find another customer. So let's talk about what an IBO is as distinct from a customer. So an IBO, excuse me, first of all, the 2 and 3 only applies to customers, not to IBOs. As soon as you become an IBO, you start paying your monthly subscription, and your monthly subscription of $174.95 will come back to you again. However, when you've got 3 people, you qualify as Platinum 150. That means you'll earn $150 a month commission, gets paid weekly, comes every Friday. Yeah, so $37.50 plus $25 fast start bonus for every new customer that you find. So if you're a Platinum 150 and you've got 3 people, you're going to get $150. Plus you find another new person, that's 25. That's your subscription paid for again. IBO really only makes financial sense if you're here to build a team. If you're committed to building a team, you should be an IBO. I became IBO on day 1. I've never been just a customer. I came in straight on as IBO. And when I came on as an IBO, excuse me, I just went out and built my team straight away so that I was getting maximum commission as fast as possible. Once you hit P600, you're in profit all the way. And we're actually paying you money then that you can then use to trade with, and that's the important thing. That's the biggest benefit I see to getting people to P600 as quickly as possible. So how do you become P600? Well, first and foremost, we have 3 legs in our pay plan. Everyone has to build 3 teams. Now, the traditional way of networking, and the one thing that old people always used to tell you is, you find 3 and go out and teach them how to get 3. And if they do that, then you'll naturally progress through to the next level. And that's wonderful. That's a great theory. But here's the real world as far as this is concerned. If you find 3 other people and then you wait for them to find 3 other people, you could be waiting for the cows to come home, because people don't have the same sense of urgency as you. I have people in my team who've been with me for 6 months and still don't have 2 people. They're still paying a subscription. Now that's their choice. They're happy trading, so that's okay with them, but I needed to get there quicker. So the quicker way to do this, and I think which is the smart way, is for you to go out, you find your 3 people, and then you start driving lines. You just put one under the other, under the other, under the other, until you've got 12 people. When I got started, to put 12 people in that structure, 3 lines of 4, took me a day. That was my first day with IM. And that's not because I'm doing anything magical. I had some people that I'd worked with in the past, and I told them that I was coming across to IM, and we just set it up so we all arrived on the same day, and bang, gone. Excuse me. You're here right now, possibly on your first day, possibly on your 10th day, whatever it may be, but you can still go out and you can drive those lines as quickly as possible. The goal is to get you to do that, if possible, within your first fortnight, because I'd like to see every single one of you making money as quickly as possible. If you do that within your first fortnight, you're gonna get an email every Friday saying there's $150 just been paid to you by either Pay Quicker, which is a debit card, or by Skrill. Personally, I'd go for Skrill because I went for Pay Quicker in the first instance, and it comes through perfectly well, but the card's a bit expensive to use, and you can't transfer it to your UK bank account. And by the time you're hitting chairman, you're going to want to transfer it directly to your bank account because you can't take the money out fast enough. You go to a cash machine and you're taking 150 quid a day out. So you want to, Skrill's the best way to go for it as far as that's concerned. So let's talk about the way you're going to do it. And the way you're going to do it is you're going to start off by creating a group for your own people in it. And you should call this group Platinum 600 in 14 days. And you really want to see that 14 days right in front of people's faces. Get a minimum of 9 people into that group and just draw the circles like that and just put names in it. And as they go through, so that you know you've got your top 9 people there, and you're going to get them working as fast as they can to hit that particular rank. The minute you've got 3 people through to Platinum 600, you're going to create another group, and the next group is Platinum 2000 in 28 days. Okay. Now, when you start that group and you've got 3 people that you've already got to Platinum 600, put them into that group, but you're already Platinum 2000 because you've got 3 P600s in your team. The volume that will be created from that will automatically take you right past Platinum 1000 to Platinum 2000. And if they've done that within their first 14 days, you'll have hit $2,000 a month, so $500 a week, and you'll have hit it in 2 to 3 weeks. So now you're really, really rolling. And if we can get them to duplicate the same effort so that they all get to Platinum 2000, the minute they get to Platinum 2000, you create another group. And the next group is Platinum 5000 in 56 days, 2 months to get them to Platinum 5000. By the time you've got 3 Platinum 2000s, you've already hit Platinum 5000 yourself. Because again, it's just all volume for you. This whole business plan, the whole compensation plan is volume based. So that'll have you at Platinum 5000 in a matter of 8 weeks. And that's going to get you $1,250 every Friday coming through. But when they hit Platinum 5000, by default, you'll hit chairman. 3 Platinum 5000s will get you to chairman. Hitting the rank of chairman in the first instance can sound like a big task. When we turn around and tell you that we're talking about $10,000 a month, you think that's a huge amount of money. And you think you've got to do an awful lot of work to get to that. But in the real world, it's not that big if you break it down into bite-sized chunks. And that's what we're going to do. Now, here's what we're going to do with each of these groups. I'm going to go back a little bit. First and foremost, I'm going to create a PDF after this. Once I finish this call, I'll send a PDF out for you so that you've got all of these slides. Okay. This particular slide is going to be a useful one for you. So all that you do with this slide, print it off, and every time you sponsor someone, put their name in a circle. So you've got 1, 2, 3, your frontline 3 people. And then as you put another one, you're going to put them under there, under there, under there. Now, if this person here goes out and sponsors someone, you just put a tick in that circle there. You don't have to put a name there. Someone's already put someone there for you. And you just put the next person under there. If this person goes out and sponsors 3, then you just tick there, tick there, tick there. That's that leg done for you. You can concentrate on the others. Yeah, this is why it gets there quickly, because if you've got 3 people that are trying to build, the whole thing really starts to run away quite quickly. So once you've done that, like I said, we just create these groups, and all you need to do is just put names in these groups. But aim for, although I've got 9 circles in there, the Platinum 600 people, you want you want an army of people going for Platinum 600. That's the key position in this business. Get people to Platinum 600, they don't drop out. If you can do it in 2 weeks' time, you've got people that are all making money, and because they're making money, they'll never ever quit, because the business isn't costing them any money. It's just net money coming in every single month for them, or every single week for them. So they just won't quit. And a couple of them will progress through to Platinum 2000. And when those people progress through, they'll grab the vision now. If they've got $500 a month a week coming in every Friday, that's to transform people's lives. That'll pay the mortgage, that'll get them a car, that'll do all kinds of different things. You really want to be thinking in terms of just what you can do to get other people making money as quickly as you can. And what you're going to put in these groups, once you've created a group, the content that you're going to put in these groups is the information that I pass to you in the Chairman in 90 Days group. So when I put a post in there, just take that information. You can copy and paste it, or you can just tweak it a little bit to use your own language and just sign things in the way you like to speak, but put that information in there. These groups are just to pass information on. And the bigger these people get, the higher the group that they get into, you can start brainstorming with these people and start looking for ideas with them and see what they're doing that's getting them results, see what they're doing on social media that's get people talking to them, share ideas and pool ideas and grow from there onwards. And that's it. It's a really simple process. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. And I just want to make sure right now. Any questions, first and foremost, from any of you about what you're doing and how you're doing it? No? Right. What you do need to know, once you become an IBO, your back office changes. The menu that you have down the side of your back office, excuse me, has a few additional lines in it, and you actually get the ability to position people in your team. Now, I'm going to do a video with Bex probably tomorrow or the day after, when I stop choking, really. But as soon as I stop choking and coughing, I'm going to do a video where I move some people in Beck's team, and we'll video the whole thing so that I can show you how we move people and how you position people line by line. He's a funny guy. So we can position people in the right spots and exactly how you do it. It's a very simple process, but it does just need a little bit of tweaking when it comes to do that. So Donna said, can we have the recording? Yes, you can, Donna. I'd already had a message from Jess saying she couldn't make it. So I'm going to show that little bit on a separate video that I'll get through to you. This bit will be recorded. So I'm going to send this recording out to everyone else. I'm also going to give you a PDF so that you've got all those slides, so that you've got everything to put in. Right now, it's just a question of just reaching out to as many people as you can on social media. I know that you guys have actually been battering social media in the last couple of days, and you're plugging lots of people into the Facebook group, and that's brilliant to see. And we're getting some good feedback from them as well. So what I just want to cover right now is quickly a couple of calls that we've got that are happening this week, so that you can see exactly what's going on. So first things first, tomorrow night, we've got a call tomorrow night with Brandon Boyd. Excuse me. Now, when Simon and I first got started with IM Academy, we were introduced to Brandon, and in 30 years in network marketing, I've never come across an upline that responds as quickly as Brandon does if I say help. If I ask for something, the guy is red hot. Any questions I have, he answers them straight away. Any problems, he resolves them as fast as humanly possible. Excuse me. But tomorrow night, he's got a special call, a special guest on the call. And the special guest is a guy called Alec Morton. Alec Morton holds the position of Chairman Elite. It's almost a corporate position within the company. Alec Morton is 30 years old, I think. Um, and it has made, it makes more than 10 million a year with the business. He sponsors like it's going out of fashion. I first saw him on stage in London 6 months ago, and I've never seen a reaction to anyone walking on stage in network marketing like that. In fact, the only person that I saw getting a bigger reaction on stage was Michael Jackson. It's just insane. Alex Morton walked on stage and people were jumping up and down on the spot for 9 solid minutes chanting his name. The guy is remarkably ordinary because the first thing that he did was, you get these guys and they're driving their Ferraris and their Lamborghinis and they've got the big house and everything else. And Alec Morton walks on stage and said, do you like a t-shirt? And everyone went, yeah. He said, yeah, Zara. And, it was like $10 from Zara. Very down-to-earth guy, but has some incredibly useful content. He's going to be on tomorrow night's call. I would highly recommend you make sure you get onto it. That's the big call for this week, the Tuesday night call. The Tuesday night call is going to be a training call. We're going to teach you DeLorean, the new platform that we're going to be using for placing our trades. Ignore the two ugly guys at the front of it. Concentrate on the guys that are at the background. Let me just see if I can move the picture of ourselves out of the way. The guys in the background there, Tyrone Foster, Abel Melendez, and Patrick Kenny, are all traders, and they are absolutely dynamite. I had a word with Tyrone 2 days ago. When I spoke to Tyrone, one of the questions that Simon asked was, how much money do you make out of trading? And Tyrone said, oh, I only make 6 figures a year, which is nice, isn't it? It's only 6 figures a year. But that's because he only works for sort of 2 hours a week trading. And the rest of the time, whilst we were talking to him, he sat in front of his 2 pianos. He's a musician who wants to play his piano and chill out. So yeah, he places 2 trades a week, and the 2 trades a week makes him hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. He said this year, because they've now contracted to IM, he's going to have to work more hours, and he's actually got to work 8 hours a week now. So he's expecting to make $1 million this year. Yeah, but he did say that although he's only a 6-figure trader himself, he does have a number of millionaire students. Yeah, well, you guys now are going to be his latest students. So this is what we have coming. What we've done with the Winner's Circle when we first got started actually launched us. We've had a little bit of negative press from a few people. We've had tons and tons of positive press. We've gone from a small core of people in October to nearly 300 people in the space of a couple of months' time. But this is going to take us to a completely new level, because Simon and I we're getting signals from traders, but we're not really qualified to take it any further on. These guys behind us, they're the people that are qualified to take it on. That call on Wednesday will be completely a selling call for your prospects. You get your prospects on, this will get them into the business. And we're not going to touch at all on the subject of network marketing. We're not going to talk about them selling anything. We're not going to talk about them having to go out and build a team or anything else. We're just going to show them how they can make money from their phone in a matter of minutes a day. That call will dynamite, get an army of people onto that. After that, the Wednesday call will be our regular Zoom. Normally I host the call, but as you can hear, I keep coughing and spluttering and everything else. So we're going to have Brandon do it. So Brandon will do the call on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have a training call with Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is Simon's sponsor, and the line of sponsorship, as far as you guys go is whoever sponsored you right through to Beck's was sponsored by me. Then it's me, Simon Brooks, Joe Gomez, Brandon, and then through to the top people from the company. You actually have the strongest support upline team that I've seen in 30 years in this business, because you've actually got from Bex upwards, if we go myself, Simon, Joe, Brandon, Jason, 5 people in your upline team. Every single one of them has made more than $1 million out of networking. Some of them have made tens of millions out of networking, and are absolutely 100% committed to helping you guys to become the next millionaires. So it's all there for the taking as far as you're concerned. That's it right now, because my voice is about to give up on me completely. So if there's any questions, give me a wave. Anything you need to know right now, feel free to ask. If not, I'm going to get off this. I will save this. I'll send a PDF out for you next week. Hopefully the cough will have cleared up and I can do the whole thing without choking on my way through it. But any help that you need in the meantime, you know exactly where I am. You can see all the messages, and expect to see an awful lot starting to happen from tomorrow. I'm going to be using DeLorean myself tomorrow, and I will be sending some signals out to the team that are all coming through DeLorean. And as you get the signals out, you can trade on those straight away. Excuse me. And then on Tuesday, you're going to get the opportunity to dive into it yourself. The signals on DeLorean, they will be sending out up to 700 signals a week. You'll be able to trade anytime that you want and dip in and find something, just as if you've actually got the experts with you. And on Tuesday night, we're actually going to show you how to use it. So the call is not just a selling call, but it's a trading call as well. So that's it, guys. As I said, I'm going to stop because I'm choking, and I will see you all next week. Any questions, though, give me a shout. Bye, everybody.